All right, so it's time to get into the NHL Round 1 Game 5s of this year's Stanley Cup playoffs. We got some really interesting series. As always, I mean, we have some good games here. So yeah, let's get into it without further ado. We have the Carolina Hurricanes taking a 3-2 series lead over the Bruins with a pretty convincing 5-1 victory. I mean, they looked really good in this one. They had, home ice, and they capitalized. In the first period, Jacob Slavin got a goal for the Hurricanes, putting them up 1-0. D'Angelo followed that on a power play, making it 2-0. And then we head to the second period, where the next goal would be from Seth Jarvis with about 4 minutes left in the period, and then about 1 second left on the power play. It was right as it was expiring for Carolina, and so they went up 3-0. Seth Jarvis got another goal on the power play in the third period, so the power play unit for Carolina was stellar, making it 4-0. However, Boston did get on the board with a Connor Clifton goal, so they eventually did score. But Vincent Trocheck did score for the Hurricanes with the empty net, and so they made it 5-1, and they won the game. Next, we have the Maple Leafs taking a 4-3 victory over the Tampa Bay Lightning and a 3-2 series lead over the Bolts. This was a very interesting game. I mean, the Lightning had a very strong start. In just 6 minutes, or about 5.5 minutes into the game, Steven Stamkos got the Lightning on the board, making it 1-0. So they had that first goal of the game. They came out strong. And Victor Hedman got the second goal of the game for the Lightning, making it 2-0. And, at that point, the Lightning obviously were very confident. But the Maple Leafs, they were at home, and they, had a mission, and they eventually would control most of this game. John Tavares got a goal about 4 minutes into the second period on the power play, and that made it 2-1, so got Toronto on the board. Eventually, in the third period, they would tie it up with a Morgan Riley goal, and that made it 2-2. It was sort of a bad defensive play by the Lightning. They didn't cover it very well, and so that made it 2-2. William Nylander got the go-ahead goal for the Maple Leafs, a little bit later in the third, so that, they had a 3-goal unanswered run. And however, McDonough did tie it up for the Lightning, 11 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third. But eventually the Leafs would win this game with an Austin Matthews goal and 6 minutes left, and the Leafs won the game. Very much a close game for them. I mean, very good win for them, and this is a very good series. So they take a 3-2 series lead. Next, we have the Blues taking a 3-2 series lead over the Wild with a 5-2 victory. So yeah, this get also a very, interesting game. Ryan O'Reilly, the captain for the Blues, scored the first goal on the power play 5 minutes in. Kirill Kaprizov scored for Minnesota on the power play about 14 minutes into the game, give or take. So that made it 1-1, tying it up. Kirill Kaprizov got their second goal as well. I mean, he is amazing. This whole playoffs, I've said it before. He got their second goal also on the power play. In the second period, we wouldn't see another goal until Brandon Saad got one. About 4.5 minutes left in the second, tying it up for St. Louis. So yeah, Vladimir Tarasenko got them the lead just a minute into the third, making it 3-2 Blues. And, they would score some more. And Vladimir Tarasenko eventually got the last goal as well, making it 5-2, and the Blues won. Next, the LA Kings. I did not expect this. Got an overtime win over the Oilers to make it, make them up 3-2 in the series, but also, win them the game 5-4. So very much a good game for them. And yeah, so Troy Stecher got the first goal for the LA Kings. That made it 1-0. In the second period, Jack Cassian got a goal for the Oilers. Cassian, had a very good goal on the rebound, tying it up at 1. So very much a back and forth game. Adrian Kempe got one for the LA Kings, making it 2-1. 3-1 after Andreas Athanasiou got one for the Kings as well. In the third period, we wouldn't see a goal until Connor McDavid got one 3 minutes in, making it 3-2. And then 4-2 Kings after the goal from Philip Donnell. And yeah, so eventually, though, the Oilers got a goal from Draisaitl, and they got another goal from Draisaitl, tying it up. We go to OT, and Adrian Kempe wins it for the Kings, and they take a series lead. Next, we have the Penguins losing to the Rangers 5-2. So the Rangers stay alive in the series, and it makes it 3-2. Really good game for the Rangers. They needed this win after a pretty bad game. Before they were down 2-0 in the game, and then Alexis Lafreniere tied up the game at 2 eventually. And Troba got, the game leader, and it was very much a back and forth game with a lot of goals. Gensel, got them the Penguins the lead, but eventually the Rangers were able to pull it off. Next, we have the Florida Panthers winning over the Caps, so they take a 3-2 series lead, and they needed this one as well. I mean, they're the best team by record in hockey, and there was questions about them in this series not playing super well, but TJ Oshie got the first goal for the Caps. Eventually, though, the Caps led this one for a bit. Justin Schultz got the second goal of the game for them, and 3-0 Capitals in the second period. I mean, definitely the Panthers were down by a lot. They had a mission. They did get their first goal in the second, and then Hornquist got their second. Reinhart tied it up, and then eventually, in the third period, they were very much a good team. Giroux got the final goal in that, and they won it 5-3. And then finally, we have the Flames and the Stars. The Flames take a 3-2 series lead after a 3-1 victory over the Stars. This was definitely a good game as well. Very close. No goals in the first period. First goal actually came from the Stars, even though they didn't win, from Robertson in the second period. But most of the action was in the third period. Backlund tied up the game for the Flames. And then Magiapane got the lead goal, and then eventually they would score on the empty net. So yeah, guys, that is all of the Game 5s. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later, and peace out.